2020 has been pretty rough this year. You had to stop going to school. Summer has looked a little bit different. A lot of people haven't taken their usual family vacations. We haven't been meeting together in the sanctuary as a church. I mean, there's so many things that 2020 has, it's been rough. And a lot of us are looking forward to 2021 and are hopeful that it holds much better days. Well, 2021 is also going to be the 275th anniversary of New Monmouth. And so we're trying to think ahead, and the fellowship committee, headed up by Janet Drake and Hope Bird, had the wonderful idea that we could put together a 275th anniversary quilt made by all of us, the members of New Monmouth, the friends of New Monmouth. It's not limited to people who are current members. It can be people who've been involved in the history of the church. And so if you go over to church, you'll find that there's a bin. And in that bin, out on the back porch where the food pantry is and all the quilt kit or all the craft kits are, now there is a quilt kit box. And you'll see plastic baggies that are labeled in there. And essentially what we want is for every person to make a quilt square. And we're going to be doing 9-inch quilt squares. If you are a quilter, you know what that means. You know that a 9-inch quilt square will need to have a margin on it. So if you can see the lines on this one, Janet and Hope have put those together. It has a 1/2-inch seam allowance on all the sides. So this is actually a 10-inch square. So if you are not a quilter, you can use this. You can embroider on it. You can do anything on it. You could paint on it. You could use markers. If you do the rooster. You could make a rooster. Yes, you could do a lot of things. You could write words. You could do whatever you want. If you do use paint or markers, we just ask that they are fabric markers because we would not want it to wash off if it got wet or if we had to wash it. Our family has a bunch of these. These are fabric markers. So if you need to borrow any, we have some. So these are for the adults to use. There's also smaller ones. You want to hold it up? For the kids to do. They're going to do a 5-inch quilt square. And honestly, you could do a couple of them. You could do as many as you want. Now, if you are a quilter, you don't have to use this. You can just make your own 9-inch finished square, which would, again, have the seam allowances of a 1/2 inch on each side, so a 10-inch square. You can use special fabrics that you have lying around. You know, you might have something special from a baptism or a wedding. Use that fabric, or old napkins from your grandmother. Whatever it may be, you can do that. So again, these are available at the church in plastic bags. If you want one dropped off to you, just let us know. We will do that. If you want one mailed to you, we can do that as well. Just send me an email with your address and how many you want, and we'll mail those to you. When you're finished, you can put finished ones back into that same tub at the back porch of the church, or of course, send them in the mail as well to me. And we'll be working to put those together and have that as a way to celebrate our 275th anniversary next year. So we hope that everyone will participate in whatever way they can. Again, we know not everyone quilts, and that's okay. Anyone can draw. Anyone can scribble something on there. You can do what works for you. So we hope you will participate, and let us know if you have any questions, or reach out to Hope or Janet. Thanks.